So we talked about our favorite animals and why we like to be them. Then let's go over our calculator review. The first thing that I want you to do, and I want you to do this before you take your test tomorrow, is to reset your calculator. How we reset our calculator is we type in the second button and then the 0. It should say reset, no, or yes. Go over to the yes, hit enter. It should say memory cleared. That is one way. Another way is to hold on and clear at the same time. That should clear your memory. Okay, and some of you have the ability to hit your reset button on the back of your calculator. Some have it, some do not. That's why. Okay? The next thing I want us to go over is we're going to play Pictionary. I'm going to draw a picture up here. If you think you know what it is, shout it out.
Big line, square, triangle,
square, angle,
house, a deformed house.
Oh, I heard someone say it. Rectangular prism. Okay, there is my rectangular prism. That is not too bad. I've had some ones that have been way worse than this one today. Some were very deformed. We are going to find the volume of this rectangular prism. Our dimensions are 5 1/3 inches by 7 1/4 inches by 3 2/3 inches. Using your calculator, go ahead and find the volume of this rectangular prism. Right, to find the volume, we take length times width times height. Our length is 5 1/3. Our width is 7 1/4. Our height is 3 2/3. When you type this into your calculator, what do you get, Ella? 141 7/9 inches cubed. All right. So if you did not get that, what you need to do is you type in 5 A B C 1 A B C 3. Okay, your ABC button creates a space between your whole number and your fraction. The second ABC button creates the fraction bar line between your numerator and denominator. So that would be 5 1/3 right here. And just multiply all the other numbers. We good with that one? Hudson. Did you get an answer of 141 7/9? Okay. All right. Next question I want you to go over on your calculator. If you want to talk to your neighbor, you can. And that is the first one. I want you to solve for 16 squared. The second one I want you to do is 8 to the power of 7. There is a square button and there's a button used to create the power of 7. You can find those with your neighbors if you want to help each other out. So for 16 squared, how do you find 16 squared? What is 16 squared? Parker? Good, 16 times 16. You can type that into your calculator to get the answer. But 16 squared, use a squared button. Type in 16, and then to the left of 7, there is an x with a small 2 above it. Your x squared. That should give you the small 2, the exponent, up to your 16. You hit enter. What do we get? Macy. 256 is the correct answer. Okay. After you use squared, but now to the power of 7. 8 to the power of 7 would be 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, and so on, until I've multiplied 8 7 times. Do we want to type that into our calculator? Probably not, because we might forget or add too many 8s. So in your calculator, I want you to type in 8. Then there should be this button that looks like an arrow pointing up. It is the button above your x squared. It's called your caret button. It also means to the power of. And then we type in 7. 8 to the power of 7. And 8 to the power of 7 is 2,097,152. Do that. Or, I've done this problem 5 times today and I got to memorize. Which one do you think it is?
Who did it in his head?
Thank you for those people that did it in my head. I appreciate it. Okay. Are we good with exponents? Awesome. Last, I think pretty much the last thing I want to go over is if I were to give you this fraction, let's say it's 56 over 124. Put it in simplest form. Doing this problem up here. This fraction in simplest form. My hint to you is the ABC button. Right, what is 56 over 124 in simplest form? Rate it. 14 over 31 is correct. How you do this in your calculator? You put in 56, then you hit the ABC button over 124. That's the fraction 56 over 124. We hit enter, and we get the fraction 14 over 31, simplest form. Questions on that? I'm not sure why they would give you a question like this, but you never know. Does anyone have anything that they know on their calculator that they think would be important to share with the class? Jason.
There's a button. If you hit the second button, if you do a fraction, like 7 over 8, you do that fraction and then hit the second button. And then right above the ABC button is a P or B. And then there's for the second option, there's a fraction to decimal.
Oh, yes, we do have a fraction. I forgot about that. Use a fraction to decimal. Another one I forgot that I was to go over. That's a good one. But I want everyone to type in 20%. Show your neighbor 20%. Show someone that you got 20%. You have the percent button. Then we want to find 20% of 70. Go ahead and figure that out. 20% of 70. So we should type in 20% times 70, and our answer is what? Jacob. 14. All right, nice stuff. That is pretty much what you need to know. Rylan. Good. Delete is important. If you let's say you wanted to type in 458 and you type in 457, just go hit delete and then you can retype it in. You don't have to restart or clear the whole thing. All right, we are going to move on from our calculator. What I want you to do with your neighbor is answer question number 45. Question 45. The very last question in the 6th grade review packet. Let's go over that question. 45. So head back to your seat. Eyes up here on the screen. We need to identify the integer that goes with the elevation of the artifact. We found the arrowhead at 15 feet above sea level. So what would the integer be? Tom? 15. We found the bone at 721 feet above sea level. Rylan? 721. These are all positive numbers. Do we have to say positive 15 or positive 721? No, we can just write the number, and that is assumed that it is positive. All right. The clay bowl at sea level. Clayton. Good. The necklace is what, Aiden? 462. It's above sea level. And the woven basket. Josiah. Negative 1,200. Okay, I'll share with you why I do not like this question. When I picture this question, I see a vertical number line. And I see sea level at 0. Which one is not really, or it's kind of a trick question? Ella. The necklace, exactly, because I see this as 0, so then I kind of think like this should just automatically be a negative number. That's how my brain works. Okay? So, if you're the same way, make sure you take your time to read it carefully. It says above sea level. We are above, that's 0. All right, good job. We are looking at one more question, then we'll be done for this. We're going to look at question number 42. See if you can answer question 42 before you go. It is the distributive property, one of the most important things in 6th grade math. It's a plus. Using the distributive property. When you do a problem with the distributive property, what should we always see in your work? You should always see your, Rylan? Good, your lines, which also make it look like a Santa hat. Alright? We are going, when we distribute everything, the number on the outside, every term on the inside, separated by plus or minus sign, we multiply them. I can get to 12x plus 30y. Can my final answer be 42xy? No, why can I not combine these? Rogan. Good, they're not like terms. They don't look like each other. They have different variables. X represents something different than y. Who found out if when x is 3 and y is 4, what the final answer would be? Tyson. 156 feet squared. All right, nice job. job. Please make sure you come to your test tomorrow morning with your calculator. If you do not have one, make sure you ask your teacher giving the test for a calculator.